but I still put it on.
Okay, thank you. What's going on, you guys? So it's me, Heather. Here's my car. They're following me around with Cadillacs again. They're the exact same body style, make, and year as my Cadillac that they destroyed. Well, my Cadillac, to be honest, is not destroyed. It's in Valdosta, Georgia. Anyone who's familiar with what's going on knows what's going on. But because of all that shit, we are like finding any and every opportunity to do work and rarely getting the chance. Like, we have to steal moments to get photo shoots in, and it's been very difficult. We still, for anyone watching, have only done 2 out of 4 of the Element series, and I told you guys I wanted to redo the Earth part of the shoot because I'm not completely happy with what I have. What I'd much rather do is keep what I have for Earth as well as water, and add to it, just to make it more complete. It's giving, but it's not exactly what I wanted. So we're doing that again. You guys know my situation. So we're moving around. I have been unlawfully displaced after being abused, sexually, physically assaulted, robbed, among other things, for the past several years. Law enforcement has been involved, but not directly. They never speak with me directly unless it's to tell me not to sleep somewhere. I have contacted my attorney every opportunity that I've gotten, but they disconnect my phone calls every single time that I do. So working on GoPro Solo has been incredibly difficult, but also like an escape, from this drama. Do I make up
the production bottom piece?
Okay, great. While we're here. For the next week, I'd really love to get the fire portion of the Elements shoot shot. And I'd love to get the storyline created for season 1 of the show. What I want for season 1 is a hospital setting, working in a hospital setting, becoming incredibly overwhelmed by working in a hospital setting, and slowly, is it working now? And slowly beginning to burn out over a period of 4 to 6 years. I want us to start the season with the 4th or 6th year, like the end of the career. So in the beginning of the season, I want the person to be happy but burnt out. By the end of season 1, I want her to be on her way out of the hospital setting and into, this next set of shit, which happens to be for season 2, the nightlife. For season 3, webcam modeling. So it's going from being like a regular 9-to-5 woman, mom, in person for a lifetime, very square, so to speak, to like being led down all of these different paths. And each season will be the same character in a different capacity. And this is based off of a lot of events in my real life. It's not all 100%, there's some fiction, but I want, that to be the main focus. I am not willing for you guys to put me through psychological abuse so that you can get an idea of how the situation really was. If I can't explain it to you verbally in a straightforward conversation, I'm not interested in recreating it. Anyone who is involved in creating these circumstances, I don't care your purpose, where my free will is being hijacked so that you can sponge off of the energy in an effort to create some sort of creative masterpiece, I will be pressing charges against. So this is fair warning. I'm all for musing in a way that's in a way that is my own, in a way that is organic, in a way that is natural. I'm not for the fake, situations over and over and over again. that are recreations or exaggerations or recreations of traumatic things I've gone through, so that you guys can get a feel. Is that right? I can verbally explain it. You don't need to do that, and I would ask that you stop immediately for the millionth time. So that's that. Lastly, I don't know, what's going to come of this once I'm on the other side of all of this and I have my life back. People are going to have to start collaborating in a way that's not over lives, and in order for us to get anywhere. And if you can think of some sort of way around that, I'm all ears. But my DM is compromised, my email is compromised, my text messaging is compromised. So unless I'm basically face to face with you, or maybe Zooming, like something on a live call. But what I mean by compromise is, I'll tell you to call me at 6. I'll sit here with my phone on, connected to Wi-Fi, strong Wi-Fi, like not on the phone with anyone. 6 will come and go, and my phone will not ring. I'll get a hold of the person that I was supposed to be, rallying with. And like, I'm pissed because they didn't call, and they're pissed because I didn't answer. So it's been an issue. The tech boxing, I call it obstruction of justice as well. What I mean by tech boxing, and this is in my real life, and it also interferes with GoPro Solo and the production portion of things, is that if I have all these business meetings or production meetings or creative meetings scheduled, even if it's just a conversation, and you're making it impossible to reach me, we're going off of the vibe and what we think we want, and I don't want that anymore. So let's try to find a way, please, to get this situation around me resolved as quickly as possible, and get back to it. If anyone has any ideas or wants to step up and take on the accounting and handle the budget, that'd be great. We do have a lot of sponsors. A lot of the sponsors that we have that as options don't want to give up creative control, and it's not up for negotiation. I will not stand out of the creative, and I will not give my permission for my story, my likeness, or my company to be portrayed in any way other than the way it's intended, which is to tell a story, embellishing, as I said, to convey emotion and to convey perception is a different thing than just creating false narratives. We can do that. We can make a different show. We can make a different series. But for GoPro Solo, the series, this is what I want and what I've envisioned. And as I said, I'm open to conversation about and creative impact and opinion. But to change the entire thing, it's not going to happen, and you would be wasting your time. So if you're good at negotiating, if you're good at, fundraising, please find a way to reach me. I'm currently in the Chicago area. I go back and forth mainly between O'Hare and downtown Chicago. When I'm downtown Chicago, I try to stay near the Gwen, so the Nordstrom and the Gwen, Michigan Avenue area. I'm always outside. I'm moving around typically with a big, huge cart that says Chicago Fire on it, and it's red. So please approach me. I'd love to discuss it. As far as sponsorship and fundraising goes, like I said before, I've received thousands of dollars, but without the right team to funnel the money in the right areas, it's all useless. And when we're struggling to come up with the budget to put a roof over everyone's head and food in everyone's stomach, and we don't have anyone pre-planning that, we're just spending frivolously, and it's not even like in a way that's luxurious and feels good. It's in a way that it's like, damn, So I want everyone to have a luxurious time, and I want this
to be...
real,
but it's not real.
What do you mean?
Like what you see on Instagram, these people traveling to Indonesia.
Okay, I want everyone on the project to work together to create luxury, and you can do that at any budget and price point. I've proven that time and time again. What I need is someone who's better at money than I am. I'm great at generating income. I'm great at fundraising. I'm great at articulating, and I'm great at persuasion. What I'm not great at is allocating the funding in a way that makes sense to cover the most people in the way that allows for the most comfortable quality of life for everyone. So I'd love to have someone on the team who could take that over. Also, we need, in the big picture of things, someone who can be security. And I'm not talking about a strong arm. I'm talking about a cyber security. The only way to protect the money is if I have someone protecting it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, monitoring the accounts. There have been hundreds, if not hundreds of thousands of times in the past 10 years that my accounts have been drained, skimmed. I have gone to the FBI. This is not a joke or a laughing matter. I'm being completely dead ass serious. I have gone to the FBI. I've gone to the police, local, state, federal authorities at every level to report all of the skimming. Some days it'll be like $8. Other days it'll be my entire account. And it first started when I was at Northwestern Hospital. And I had an account with Chase Bank. I was working full-time at Northwestern Hospital as an admin for endocrinology and rheumatology mainly. But I also worked for all of the other doctors, primary care, internal medicine, ear, nose, and throat. Plastic surgery was there, but that was the only practice I didn't work with. Dermatology, gastroenterology, neurology, allergy and sinus, allergy and immunology. I mean, you name it. I did diabetic education, you name it. So I'm very familiar with that realm of things. And I know that we need cybersecurity. So this has nothing to do with my niche or my genre or what field I'm working in. Since I was in administration, my accounts have been being fucked with. I have been reporting it every single time. The first time it happened was like 3 weeks prior to Christmas. I was going to Target to buy my kids Christmas gifts, and my entire check and like a couple hundred from the previous check, so about $2,000 to $3,000 was being spent right in front of me. Radio Shack, and I'm watching rental cars. I'm watching the money coming out one by one by one in a way that felt so hopeless and powerless to stop it from, being taken. So I do need to add someone who can handle that to the team. And I think once we pass those two hurdles, it'll be smooth sailing. It's a completely different story when I'm not being separated and held away from my 3 children and forced to sleep outdoors or undergo these tedious conditions environmentally. And that is the holdup. So when you see these series that are supposed to be being released, we can sell these as NFTs. Absolutely. I don't need to be the only model. What I'm producing for GoPro Solo is my vision board for the company. These are my passion projects, which I hope will be worth a ton of money one day, but they are only models, right? What do I mean by model? A model, as Xavier was explaining before, if you're a fashion model, you're not the art piece, right? The clothing is the art piece, and you are essentially a mannequin for the art. You are a medium for the art. You are the canvas. You are not the art.
You're not paid to be beautiful.
Right. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to explain when I release these NFTs and these series, is that all of these series have so many opportunities to be profitable. Even if you just start with something like a subscription section. Thank you. Cut them in half. Here.
I don't know if that's dirty or not.
It is. It has chipotle whatever sauce on it. But yeah, so that's kind of what it is. And we can do anything. Nothing can stop us. They've only found a way to delay us so far, right? So if they weren't in my way, I would have all the series completed in a day. That's realistic. You could ask my former assistant, Amy. I'm a beast. And when I make a goal, I get the goal accomplished. I smash that shit. So you can trust and believe that if there weren't a whole bunch of motherfuckers standing directly in my way, this would already be accomplished. If you'd like to be a part of the solution, I'm incredibly grateful. If you'd like to donate, please do so. $, it's through Cash App only is where I take donations. $, Heather GoPro Solo.
I'll post it after this. If you want to be a part of the conversation and you're broke, I don't care. Like, be a part of the conversation. One thing I will not tolerate is drug use. If you have a drug problem but you're a creative, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I won't accept it. I don't care if you smoke pot, and do, whatever it is that you need to do, have an occasional drink. I'm not going to be able to be with a team that has issues. I need you to check out, go handle that, and come back when you're sober. If you've been sober for 3 weeks, you're welcome to come back. You don't have to be a lifelong angel. I'm not looking for saints here. Just, I can't have the drama. I have no more space. So, what?
So go to AA, you need to.
Right, exactly. Handle that shit. If you're actively enrolled in resolution to those problems, my doors are always open to the company and to the think tanks. So thank you guys for your time again. I am incredibly frustrated, but also hopeful. We're still making progress, even though it's a lot slower than previously anticipated. And for everyone who's been asking, yes, my oldest daughter just turned 17 years old. I can't even believe it. I'm 29.
Yeah.
I'm never getting a day older than 29, but my oldest just turned 17. She was not answering for me, refusing to come pick up her gift on her birthday. This was the first year in 17 that I've not been able to give her a hug and a kiss on her birthday and celebrate with her. So I was devastated. Plus, I'm pregnant and my hormones are like all over the place. So I'm already sad to begin with, or unmanageable hormones at the moment. And what I'd really like for you guys to do is just, like I said, be there, just contribute, be there, and let's keep going. I love you guys so much.